This time on Sky Cops, a call for help.
Engine 99, receiving India Lima.
Engine 99.
A police helicopter is needed in North London to help find a young offender who's absconded.
120. Thank you.
Good evening, I'll reach code 11725, the west end of Plain Fields, to search for the suspect you're after.
Here.
He's been on the run for over 3 hours, and the police on the ground think he's in this park. It's too dark to be sure.
Can you hear him at all, or is it... You believe him? Is he good? Do you think he's gone to ground or something, or is he actually riding about?
We don't know where the bike is at the moment, but there are a group of people in the middle of the park. We're hoping he's in amongst them, Mother.
Let's get the camera on it in case he decides to go for it. That's it. That's where you are. Good.
But there's no hiding place from the helicopter's heat-seeking camera.
Once we're overhead, we get a much better view, especially when it's night time. We've got our thermal cameras.
Cameras which can keep tabs on suspects wherever they may hide.
He's barking. Good.
Yeah, go for it. He's going left.
And track desperate drivers who'll stop at nothing to get away.
Good drive.
Lane body's going left.
They're happy for us to go in then.
Crafty criminals who even use jet planes as getaway cover. And fugitives who believe that they're invisible.
Oh, what's that?
Yeah, we're on the target. Sorry, subject.
Above a park in northwest London, the crew of India 99 are still watching the group of youths, amongst whom they think the young offender is hiding.
Let's get the camera on it in case he decides to go for it. That's it. That's where you are. Good.
PC Dalton's on the camera, and the plan is to get the cops in the park to walk towards the people on the swings.
Swing, so we're just having a look out. Can't see motorcycle or anything at this stage.
MP 99 from PS98. We're going to walk in towards the group that are on the swing.
Yeah, that's received. We'll keep an eye on them.
Just confirm for me it is lost.
It doesn't take long.
At that point, a combination of the ground officers and us hovering overhead has made the suspect realise that we were looking for him.
Yeah, one's running.
Let's go with him.
One of the group just took off like a bat out of hell straight across the park. For the officers on the ground, it would have been completely dark. They wouldn't have had a very good idea as to where he was going. But we followed him.
If we can, I know.
Just confirm he's still on the move.
Yeah, he's gone into an address actually. I've got an officer walking through the park towards the back of fences.
Once we're overhead, we get a much better view, especially when it's night time. We've got our thermal cameras, because we can obviously see each side of the house, whereas ground officers can only see the side that they're on. We're also in a better position to manage officers on the ground around the location.
Yeah, the officer at the back of the fence. You're at the right place there. Caution though, I think there are a couple of dogs there.
PC Norman is now using another of the advances in technology built into this new police helicopter, an electronic moving map display.
One of the biggest pluses of the navigation system is the fact that we can point the camera in their direction and the mapping shows exactly which address they're at, whose garden they're in, what street they're in. It's a fantastic system for that.
On your left. Yeah, as you walk towards the helicopter, it's the next on your left now, left. That's it, with the car parked on the drive.
But there's a problem. The owner of the house says the fugitive isn't there.
Be advised, the occupants started spinning the line about how somebody's just ran out the address.
We didn't see anyone run out, did we?
No, I don't think so. You can go back on the replay recorder if you want, mate, but...
Yeah, from 99, I'm just going to rewind my tape and have a look for you, but we're pretty sure no one ran out.
It's rare for the Sky Cops to lose a suspect once they've been caught on camera.
And this is where the new technology on the new aircraft really came into its own.
Yeah, from India 99, we're just reviewing our tape to see whether we can see anyone come out.
Simon was able to go back to the footage that we just recorded to see whether or not somebody had actually come running out of the house at any time. and he was able to confirm that they hadn't.
His friends, and he confirms that was Jordan that's run into those rear guards. Keep the house surrounded. It's his girlfriend's address, huh?
He's in there.
It transpired it was his girlfriend's house. He'd obviously thought that he could use it as a rabbit hole.
Oh, someone on the roof.
The rabbit is out of the hat and in danger.
Just a minute.
Active message on the roof of the premises.
Yeah, from Indy 99. The suspect is on the roof. I think there's an officer talking to him through a skylight. Yeah, it's your X-ray from Indy 99. He's standing on the roof.
X-ray from 19, threatening to jump. Can you get me the LAS just in case, please?
I think we're going to move away a bit in case he tries to do anything silly, and that'll allow the officers to speak to him. Over.
The X-ray is threatening to jump.
Yeah, Indy 99 are moving away, but we'll keep it on camera for a distance.
The situation on the ground is getting out of control. PC Dalton knows that not only is the fugitive, who's 14, taking risks on the roof, he's in danger of sparking trouble below.
As soon as he went up onto the roof, he put on a bit of a spectacle for the local residents, standing right up on top of the chimney pot. He obviously wanted to go out with a bang.
He's standing on top of a chimney stack at the moment, so it's quite precarious. In fact, I'd suggest no more units, as there are quite a lot of people there, particularly if you're going to end up negotiating with him, etc.
The suspect may well be known in the area and may well have friends and associates in the area, and we're quite keen not to encourage the drama, as it were.
In the interests of safety, PC Norman decides to take the helicopter off the scene.
As long as the suspect is secure, as he was in this case, we might then decide to leave in order that he doesn't play up to us and his friends. That's the decision that I made in this instance.
Right, I think we ought to head for home.
We left them to it. He wasn't going anywhere.
Every time the Sky Cops land, they refuel. Aircraft fuel is much cheaper than petrol, at less than 40p a litre, but the yearly bill is huge, nearly £350,000. Tonight, like many nights, the Sky Cops spend many hours doing nothing.
We keep ourselves busy, we'll get some dinner, watch a bit of TV, do some paperwork, and after about 4 or 5 hours, and it's getting late at night, then you start to feel kind of weary. So you just got to keep yourself motivated. So yeah, it can be frustrating, but you just got to find things to do. Read a book.
Today, the Sky Cops are on patrol and heading south of the river.
89 receiving Indy Lima.
Oh, gift from heaven. Go for details.
Yeah, I've got a job for you. Page 221 Zulu Delta, if you've got the fuel, please. That's believed to be on the roof of the school. If you could have a little look, please.
We're heading exactly the right direction. Okay.
The crew know they're going in the right direction because they have a new camera which automatically locks on to their chosen target.
The aircraft is equipped with a camera pointing system which actually talks to the camera. What we can do is type in an address and the camera will actually, what they call a slew, it will move on its turret and it will lock onto the address that we're heading towards.
Is that the roof there, do you think?
Yeah, that's it.
Meanwhile, 5 of London's Sky Cops are in Teesside to learn how to escape from a crashed helicopter.
Is up in the air, we drop the helicopter down. When it hits the surface, we're going to elbow the window out.
In charge is Sergeant John Gleeson, and with him are old hands PC Louis Ayres and PC Simon Pritchard. They're going to support 2 rookie Sky Cops, PCs Anna Bierman and Ian Miller. 4 months ago, they'd never even flown in a helicopter.
Can you give me the name of that estate, please? What I'd like you to do now, please, is put the quad on screen, pressing the big button down on the left.
Now they are swapping their new flying suits for wetsuits.
Some people are quite nervous of being dunked underwater upside down in the dark, strapped into an aircraft. I can't understand it myself.
It's not a pleasant experience. I don't think it would be for anybody to be strapped into a seat and turned upside down in water.
This is the first sort of main training that we've done. It's something that I think I'd actually pay to do, rather than this way around I was being paid to go there.
From what the sergeant says, it's a low fatality rate between the newbies, so
We have to wait and see how I get on.
Tell us what you're breathing. I'll give you your PDR later. As soon as your feet get wet,
But the newbies aren't going first. The old hands will show them how it's done.
Dunker training, or as it's properly known, the helicopter underwater escape training, is a requirement because some of the tasks and roles that we currently undertake involve flying over water for extended periods. In the unlikely but unfortunate event of the aircraft having to ditch in water, they need to have some idea of what they should do.
Up in the air then, we come down, hit the water, okay position, get a breath, we're rolling over in that direction.
It's time now for the rookies to go under.
It's in the back of your mind, you know, what if this harness doesn't undo? But do it right, no problems.
No holding hands. All right.
The completely 180 degrees upside down is very disorientating. Even when you know what's going to happen, we know we're going to go completely upside down.
Suddenly all this water rushing around your feet, and then seconds later you are underwater. You've still got to remember the rotor blades will still be spinning, as well as what window you're supposed to be going out of, how to get out of the window, and when you do get out, what you're supposed to be doing when you're outside.
It did take quite some force to get the windows open, and you are thinking, my goodness, I don't know how much longer I can hold my breath for. It was really hard holding your breath underwater, much more so than when you're just swimming.
And they must do it again.
Clear. Going up.
In the dark.
That hump is awful. Totally disorientated, hanging upside down, water rushing up your nose. You just want to get out.
Is it floating down if you're upside down?
Shut up.
Well, you try and smile a bit, for Christ's sake.
In South London, the crew have found their target.
Is that the roof there, do you think?
Yeah, that's it.
There's someone on it, someone on the roof. Still looks like he's ripping stuff up.
Still it does from 9-9. We've got one suspect on the roof. We're still a couple of miles off, but we've got visual.
As fate would have it, we saw these guys on the roof running along before they'd even heard us, which was a really good result. It's nice to use that kit, and occasionally you get the chance to use it in that manner, and it's really effective.
Actually, stand by. We've got 2 people, 2 on the roof, 3 people, 4 suspects, all on the roof.
They were behind a bit of a low wall on the roof, and they were completely out of sight. But from our point of view, we were above them, and we could see them, so we directed ground officers to them.
What's that in his right hand?
I don't know. Okay, where are they out the window?
The people on the roof are teenagers, juveniles stealing lead.
Okay, I'm coming round, Bruce. Keep them inside as best you can.
Okay, mate, no problem at all. There you go. They're going into the open. They're running. One's running.
They've either seen or heard the helicopter.
Correction in the playground now, running.
The boys don't know it, but the Sky Cops have called in reinforcements.
In the
1, 2, 3, 4, and they're all splitting up.
Okay, start.
Plainclothes detectives from the local NIC.
Okay, start.
Looks like they might be rejoining again.
There's 2 climbing over there. Are they all Bill?
Yes, they are.
We need to stand by, please. Stand by. We've got 2 unmarked officers chasing in the playground. It looks
looks like all 4 have now been detained by these 2, but obviously if we could have some more officers with them as soon as possible. That was an easy 4 bodies. It was good.
Into 99, can you see the lead that's been removed along the wall?
Unit requesting from 99, there is definite damage to a lot of the roof, or it's all been recorded.
Just up here. Everything that we do is recorded as a matter of course, and in some instances like that one, there wouldn't have been anything concrete to prove what was going on, but because of the power of the camera, so we had a continuity of evidence which basically tied them to what they were doing before. There was no real way they could deny it. We had them at the location committing the act.
The lead thieves won't know they've been caught on camera until they are charged.
Hey, 4 burglars.
That goes to show you that slewing the camera is a good idea.
Do it early, even if you don't use it for navigation, just get it on.
Definitely, that's a big lesson.
In Teesside, the team are still learning lessons. How to survive once they've escaped from a ditched helicopter adrift in rough seas. For some, the lessons are more difficult than others.
No, I'm not a particularly strong swimmer, and I'll admit that openly. I don't like to get out of my depth.
And already, there's a problem.
The life jacket inflated initially as I left the aircraft. Upon hitting the water, it decided to deflate, which made it a bit more difficult for me. And we tried to blow it up manually, but with the valve gone, it just wouldn't take any air in without any aids to keep me afloat. I was in an area that I'm not particularly fond of.
That was a new experience, that part of the training, the ditching, getting out of the aircraft and then what to do, the wet drills, the wave machine, the cold rain and the low light conditions were very effective, I thought.
Quite realistic, but the waves can make you feel a little ill when you're in the life raft, bobbing up and down. And I should imagine for real life, if you're out on one for hours, you'd be sick a few times.
I didn't expect to still feel the fear and the adrenaline and the disorientation that you still feel, even though you know all the safety measures are in place. It was challenging.
It really was brilliant, and obviously there's an important reason why we go, and that has to be remembered. But at the same time, it was a lot of fun, and I don't think there's any other jobs where I'd get the chance to do that.
But for London Sky Cops, there's little time for self-satisfaction. Criminals are on the run again.
Right, yeah, I've got a job. KD sector, keep the details in the air. Altimeters.
0 Dembo.
Radio navigation.
Set.
Doors, harnesses.
Secure. Happy to go, guys?
I know we're going to need you soon. I think he's uncomfortable.
An escaped prisoner is in a stolen BMW in North London, minutes away from 99's base.
99 is held in a car park. Alpha 123 Junction, Creighton Garden.
Yeah, that's all received. 2 miles, yes, that's 30 seconds. Just down
He's laying low in a car park.
Yeah, the vehicle is held with its lights on.
That is Craven Gardens, just up screen from you now.
This one?
Yeah.
So it could be this car park, look.
Right, so how are we going to find this little Herbert then?
PC Bonner thinks she knows where he is.
There, that's a BM.
Could be anywhere.
Window open.
99, it's a meet with a dark coloured Ford Focus.
Zoom in for us, Ben. That's a Focus, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can confirm we've got that on camera now.
It looks like there's some kind of deal going on with another car, but the driver of the BMW has decided something's wrong.
Stand by, seatbelts going on in the BM. The lights are on and they're moving. Yeah, it's an off-on. It looks like it's actually going to be a right for the Beamer.
This is not a surprise to the police. The driver has escaped from jail and has a string of convictions for burglary, car crime and drugs.
Southbound towards Ilford.
99, 999, the intention will be to follow this vehicle until he parks up and we will deal with him on foot.
Yeah, that's received.
It's the Sky Cops' job to keep tabs.
Right, looks like he's going to be parking up.
Down an alleyway.
They don't want this to turn into a chase that risks lives.
Yeah, he's there again, Vigil. Well, we've got to try and stay on him now, wherever he goes to.
The idea is to block the BMW with patrol cars, but they've got to be careful.
Is that police?
If that's you coming in, it's them on the right-hand side. That's it. It's reversing now. Other units, it looks like it's going in now. Stand by, it's going to be an off-off. Vehicle's going to fail to stop.
It's not going according to plan.
Yeah, the vehicle is off, back towards Headley Drive.
Now the Sky Cops must take control.
Commentary and control with you, 99.
Yeah, that's received.
And PC Bonner must show that her line check pass was no fluke.
My job when I'm on the camera is I want to keep that vehicle on the screen and I want to make sure that I get them.
Right, just confirm this vehicle's about to go across the zebra crossing now.
You've become so engrossed in what you're doing and all you want to do is catch them, and then you've got to work as a team, so the three of you are there helping one another. It's full on, you're giving 110% all the time.
Traffic units equipped with video are also after the BMW, and it's now clear that this is going to be a serious pursuit.
Near side lane, he's blocked by traffic, stand by.
And a dangerous one.
Yeah, he's on the Eastern Avenue now, heading southbound. Lane 1, he's going left.
The escaped prisoner has made a mistake.
Stand by, Springfield Drive.
A dead end for him.
He's blocked.
Oh, get him, please.
But he's not giving up yet.
He's hit the concrete barriers and got wedged in there. At that point, I've sort of gone down the side of the car. I've smashed the driver's window and then decided to spray the subject with Sayre spray.
Yeah, it looks like a stop's gone in. Can I have units to assist, please?
It was a tactical option that I had. He was still trying to get away whilst I smashed the window, but as soon as I'd sprayed him, he's gave up.
The CS spray has done the trick.
The subject has been detained.
Excellent, well done. We'll be leaving 99 out.
It's great, it's a great buzz. It's brilliant. When you catch someone, or when the officers on the ground catch someone, and you've been part of it and you've helped them, you come back and you just think, oh great, what a great job.
India 99 is based at Lippets Hill on the edge of Epping Forest to the east of London. Captain Sutton is now the duty pilot.
The aircraft's just come back from engineering. It's been inspected and I'm just preparing for the first flight and making sure the aircraft's fully prepared for service, which it is. So we're going to go airborne.
State switch. He's on. Controls are unlocked. Landing lights on. Secure. Clear to right. Rear, we're ready to go. Where are we going, by the way? We're going towards Heathrow. Do a security check there first.
Captain Sutton is unique. The only Met helicopter pilot to have also flown commercial jets out of London Heathrow.
Well, we've got a very good working relationship with air traffic control. We have a job to do, they have a job to do. We have to maintain a good awareness of our surroundings.
India 99 ahead.
Just to let you know, we're on your frequency, currently security checks, north side.
Today, the Sky Cops are looking for terrorist threats.
Now, in the lay-by, left-hand side, vehicle with a break in the roof. Down a bit, fire just there. Is that a fast food?
The mobile
catering, yeah, fine.
They also have time for a bit of plane spotting.
There he is, yeah. I think I'll beat them, haven't they?
Oh yes.
It never felt so amazing flying over Heathrow. How lucky we are. I'm a bit of an aircraft enthusiast. It's quite interesting watching the landings.
Look at that touchdown. Incredible, isn't it?
But pilot Sutton believes the jet hasn't been landed by human hand.
Well, that was an auto land. It's touched down on the spot.
Heathrow Tower, continuing approach runway 27 right, windows 230.
But the plane spotting will have to wait. The Sky Cops are needed elsewhere.
5074. I've got a job for you, Romeo Yankees ground, page 166.
A few miles away, the second helicopter is 1,000 feet above a stolen red Volkswagen, being pursued by traffic officers.
I've now got a vehicle chase.
Okay, let's go. 145.
MP, we've got a left into Clayton Road.
India 99 on way.
The chase is fast and furious, and the Sky Cops are needed.
Yeah, straight from yes, wrong side of the road.
India 99 and PC Banning are less than a minute away.
Have you got an ETA?
Yeah, we're literally 30 seconds from this.
Can you confirm this is a red VW Golf? Yeah, red VW Golf.
Manning the maps is PC Pritchard, a Sky Cop for 7 years.
Right, this main road going north-south, go south.
Stand by there, something there.
Let's get this
So you go
straight.
camera. Okay.
PC Banning's job is to spot the stolen car and get it on camera.
It's gone left.
Yeah, the area car is behind us.
Where the bus is, right. Yeah, got it. Gone through the car park. It's over the grass now. 90 right.
Okay, we'll have
The driver of the VW is known to police. He's got convictions for assault and burglary and is wanted for death by dangerous driving.
Normally, vehicle chases are on roads, and this car all of a sudden decided to do some cross-country along some footpaths, which was a bit of a shock for the first time for me to see that.
Pedestrian.
Okay, one decam. All units wait, 99 active. That's a decam, but it's a block of flats off of Turling Road.
The man running into the block of flats is a passenger. He's managed to outsmart the cop who was after him.
You're on screen now.
Grey outfit running towards you.
He just ran straight for this block of flats with a PC quite close behind him, but managed to get into the flats and in the communal door, which closed behind him, and the PC was stuck outside.
But the Sky Cops have not forgotten the driver of the stolen car, and PC Pritchard has him in his sights.
Yeah, carrier, stop. Grey outfit running towards you. Grey outfit.
Yeah, come down screen. There he is. Zoom in there.
Okay, officer on the glass. Grey outfit coming towards you. That's it. That is the driver. Right, that's the driver. Let's go back to that one.
But arresting the passenger won't be easy. The door is locked and no one seems to have a key.
Yes, that was 99 from Kilo Zero. If you can just keep an eye on the flats where they're apparently run into.
Officers on the ground are still locked out of the block of flats.
Well, he ran into these flats. Yeah, just here.
Even if they get in, the runaway could be in any one of more than 50 flats. It's not looking good.
Further investigation will hopefully get them detained, but that can be a long old process once they've locked themselves away in a block of flats.
Anyone that gets away, it is upsetting and annoying, but they will always come again.
For the police on the ground, the loss of the passenger just got a whole lot worse. One of their patrol cars has blown a gasket.
One of the police vehicles has his bonnet up for some reason. German car, something like that.
Yeah, smoking.
Back at base, a helicopter is being got ready in case it's needed. And a fuel check is done by the engineer.
You're checking for sediment, you're checking for visible water. If there's any water there, the little yellow capsule turn blue. That's a good sample. I'll now date that. It's identified to the particular aircraft, and if anything should happen, God forbid, accident investigation branch can come back, check this sample of the day and say, well, the fuel was good. So we can pretty much discount that the fuel was the cause of any incident.
There's no chance to rest. Another call is coming in.
894. Right. Yeah, we got that.
Nice to get moving again.
Thank you.
Thank you. 200.
The dog squad have also been asked to help, and time is of the essence. The Sky Cops would like to get there first.
India 99, receiving India Lima. Yeah, he's described as an IC1 male, short dark hair, wearing a black t-shirt with a coloured motif on it, and dark jeans.
Ground cops who have chased the bail jumper believe he's hiding in these back gardens.
65's received at the gardens to the western side you want searching.
It says to the rear and to the side, although we've had information it's gone over the back.
Even though it's broad daylight, the crew of 99 will use the chopper's thermal imaging camera to search for hotspots.
That's received, and we'll start a search at that point.
It's not only human beings who produce thermal images, compost heaps and barbecues do too.
Oh, what's that? What's that?
The crew have got something hot, and it could be their suspect, even though it's completely hidden by the fence.
This particular thermal mark came out really easy. As soon as we came over the top, it was one of the first things we saw. It was very intense.
It doesn't look like a person, but there's something behind that fence.
When somebody hides, your body's generating heat. If you're in contact with another object, that heat is transferred. It's like sitting on a chair, you tend to warm that chair up.
With no other hotspots in the vicinity, PC Tartaglia is sure the heat source he's spotted is the most likely place. And the first dog's now on the scene with a bit of encouragement from Tartaglia, who used to be a dog handler.
They're part of the team, and you're just going, get in there, go on dog, find it's to your left, and you try and talk them in a little bit.
Down the street. Yeah. So we just had a heat source behind that shed. We're going to ask you to check whether your dog's in there.
The dog has his man.
Yeah, the one that came on the train,
But this bail jumper's not afraid of police dogs. He doesn't realise their bite is worse than their bark.
He did put up a little bit of resistance when the dog found him, and as a result of that was restrained by the two dog handlers. I think the dog helped a little bit as well, and he was put in cuffs.
He's cuffed, detained, just about to be placed in the van.
But the dogs are invaluable, and we always try and work in tandem with them, because if they don't get them, we do, and if we don't, they normally do. So.
Many thanks. Good work, all units. Good work, Romeo Yankee.
Back at base, the night shift are now on duty, and the first call is serious. Firearms.
Good roundhouse, that's all looking nice. Nobody good. Roger. 127, yeah. It's all the way across behind the edge of.
A burglar, said to be armed with a gun, has broken into a house in East London.
Happening at 29
Yeah, 99 in Lima.
Okay, Steve.
Armed suspect in garden. The suspect with a handgun.
Yeah, that's all received. On way. You ready to copy?
Yeah, go.
The man has escaped into gardens near the scene of the break-in. Armed officers are on the ground, and they need the Sky Cops thermal imaging camera. Fast.
I want to know, basically, if there is anyone in these gardens. If you can be as far away as possible, though.
Got a block of flats, forward and right from the block of flats.
So, there was something caught my eye there.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's a cat.
It's a cat.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was just trying to look at. An armed pussycat, lots of cranes down there.
The Sky Cops are as helpless as the ground cops. They don't know who they are looking for. All they can do is try and find someone who looks like a burglar.
Is that old Bill?
There.
Oh, hello.
There you go. Contact. That's him.
Just want to make sure we got the right
I reckon.
1, 2. That's actually number 10 then.
It clearly became a job where we had to consider the worst possible scenario, and that the suspect was armed. That changed from a search to a command and control situation, one involving the firearms officers.
Okay, from India 99, we've got a male in the rear garden of number 10. I think we're going to have to treat this as a potential.
Yeah, the treasure unit is here. Thank you.
It's probably going to be an armed stop when they come to it, so...
The man in the garden may not be armed at all, or even a burglar, but the armed police and the Sky Cops can't take any chances.
Okay, I'm visual with you. You're closing in towards the rear. Stop where you are. Stop. Face the wall. This guy's literally on the other side of the wall to you, under a covered shed.
Yeah, that's good. Behind that vehicle. Yeah. Good cover.
No change. Still motionless.
He looked like he was slumped back in a chair, but people fake things. People pretend to be doing things that they're not. It's something we see all the time, and you just have to presume that the worst could happen. The moment you relax and put your guard down, that's going to be the time when it goes wrong.
Got those kids to the right as well.
Yeah, got 4.
The armed officers can't see a thing. Fences block their view of the reclining man, so they don't know if he has a gun or not. And they have no idea that children are in a garden just a few metres away.
It's from Indian 99, about 3 houses down, probably you got about 4 or 5 kids in the back garden playing. You might need to knock on the door just to bring those in for a while.
2 or 3 gardens away from this suspect, there were kids in the garden, so the kids were brought inside. That means they don't need to be in the firing line, so we help our colleagues on the ground by reducing risk.
Second Trojan arriving on scene, right-hand turn with a left-hand turn coming in. That's Trojan, is it?
That's Trojan.
And in the other garden as well. They're all there. Okay, so he's now got 3 officers around him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he wants
This
to go over.
is the critical point. The moment when everyone involved must stay focused, especially the Sky Cops.
Confirm you've got visual.
Yes, we've got visual.
How do they kind of approach him, that's the thing.
It's hard, isn't it? Yeah, go for it.
Oh, I see.
They've got him.
Is it? He must have struggled somewhat.
I've got 1 suspect detained.
In that case, Trojan from Indian 99. Are you happy to release us?
Yes, from Trojan 213 you release it, thanks.
No trouble at all, 99 out.
It was a textbook stop for them, yeah. He must have been very surprised.
Good result.
Fortunately, the reclining man wasn't armed or dangerous.
India Lima, Indian 99.
At 99's base, life goes on, and the night shift is on with Cara Bond in the control tower.
We can see things through more on nights because if there's a vehicle pursuit, the roads aren't as busy, it's not called off quite so quickly because there's not so much of a danger. We tend to have a lot more suspects on, obviously it's quieter time of night, so we'll probably get more bodies overnight than we do during the day.
Bodies is police jargon for arrested suspects. And more bodies could be heading their way. Teenagers stealing motorbike parts in West London.
Just to impact a foot chase. Suspect's gone into the field.
See that little conurbation of white lights?
Yeah.
They're going to be left of that, slightly away from it.
Officers on the ground have already made 1 arrest, but 2 suspects are still at large.
Julie, on the CAD, is it 2 suspects outstanding in the undergrowth? Is it they arrested 1 and 2 outstanding?
Yeah, that's correct.
And there's a problem, a big one. The outstanding suspects have gone to ground near London's Heathrow Airport at the end of the runway.
Exact reference being 119731.
Wheatley Road. That's going to be right under the takeoff, isn't it?
Captain Sweeting and his Sky Cops know they might have to give this one a miss. At Heathrow, a plane lands or takes off every 70 seconds.
Just there.
So that's just south of the takeoff, yeah? South of the takeoff, yeah. A mile south of the line. Depends what...
Captain Sweeting needs help from the air traffic controllers.
I'm not convinced you can get in there.
We're just finding out with ATC, mate.
Generally speaking, air traffic can tell the urgency of their job with your voice, your mannerisms when you come over the radio. The snappier you are, the sharper you are on the radio. They understand then that you need to get in, and they'll start, their ears will prick up and they'll go, right, we need to get this guy in there.
You received 9020 for 9 seats, we're about to get assigned to take off, isn't it?
Heathrow is a difficult area. It's a very, very busy airport, and we work very closely with air traffic control. A lot of the time it may be that we've got to go low level, and we'll actually be working underneath incoming airliners. But it can be quite frustrating when you're trying to do a job.
10241 of the 18.
They're happy for us to go in there.
I've got London. Controllers might be happy, but Captain Sweeting isn't.
See if I called up.
Look at these fuckers here. I know. Don't want to be them, would you?
Tango X-ray officers, India 99, we've got you visual. We're happy with the search area, we'll start searching now. Over.
Police officers on the ground can't see a thing. But for the crew of India 99, body heat stands out on their thermal imaging camera as a bright light.
Keep on searching. There's a couple of foxes. Yeah. They ain't going to be anywhere near there. There's another fox. Oh, we like the cold weather. There, yeah.
Wildlife does tend to throw you occasionally. A few times I can recall talking units into a heat source which looks like somebody curled up on the floor, and as they get close the fox jumps up and scurries away.
The Sky Cops are running out of time. Too many aircraft waiting to land.
Okay. Right, let's have another three then.
More foxes. No fugitives.
There's your other one.
The open areas we can clear within seconds. He's then starting to work through all the hedgerows and the undergrowth. We can see plenty of foxes, and then finally we come across a larger heat source.
Oh, there he is then.
Hey?
There he is.
Oh, what am I? Go on.
At last, a fugitive. Definitely not a fox. But this two-wheel terror is cunning.
Tango X-ray officers on the footpaths, two of you together. I think you might have a colleague there as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Go left along the pathway at the junction.
We can see everything quite clearly. We always have to appreciate that the officers on the ground are acting in almost pitch black darkness, and we're not always aware of what they've got to walk across or get past to get from where they are to the suspects.
Just got to keep coming, about 5 more steps in front of you. 3, 2, 1, stop, and he's on your right hand side now.
One direct.
They were hidden in bushes, and so it's quite difficult to see them. Sometimes they'll bury themselves under undergrowth or leaves, so it makes it difficult for the ground troops, but they have a lot of faith in us that we can actually see better than they can in the dark.
One direct.
Thank you.
Hey. I got it back.
MP November 0.
Who is it? Good spot, boy. Hey.
There's one more outstanding.
The final fugitive may be lucky.
Yeah, there's one more outstanding.
If the Sky Cops don't spot him soon, they'll have to head
Have they
home.
given any hints where the other one might be? Are we looking?
All 3 decamped into the field. I think the third one's somewhere in the undergrowth somewhere as well, but I'm not exactly sure where.
That's all, so we'll keep on searching.
The time frame trying to get into Heathrow airspace, you sort of think, well, they're probably long gone. But they decided that the dark field was a good hiding spot, and the officers on the ground weren't going to find them.
There's your other one.
Oh. Okay, there's officers walking up the pathway now on your left-hand side. I don't know what the undergrowth's like, but you've got a suspect right up against the fence lines of the back gardens. If you can see a way across.
He's up.
He's up, marking. And he's down. Yeah, Tango X-ray, that is suspect number 3, detained. You've got 2 officers with him.
Hey.
Sort of backing up to Marlborough.
We made our way quickly out of the way so air traffic could resume normal operations coming into the airport. Good result, we got all 3 suspects, so yeah, we were very pleased with that one.
It's that victory roll, I think, Captain.
Then we can get out of Heathrow as well. Good stuff, boys.
Yeah.
Nice one. Nice one. Brilliant.
Active message on the roof of the
from Indy 99, the suspect is on the roof.
The youth on the roof came down after nearly 2 hours and was sent back to custody. The 4 boys stealing lead from the roof received juvenile reprimands. The escaped prisoner who stole the BMW was sent back to prison for a further 3 years. The man in the red VW, wanted for causing death by dangerous driving, failed to appear in court and is still at large. 2 of the 3 teenagers who tried to use the Heathrow flight path as cover were found guilty. The 3rd teenager didn't turn up at court, and the charges have been dropped.